Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diana. For those who are new here, if you want to see how I did this simple colorful makeup look as a millennial, yes, I'm millennial, keep watching. So we're gonna jump right in. I already have my eyebrows done and my base applied. So we're gonna hop into some color right now. I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette, but in all honesty, you can use anything that you have on hand. So we're just gonna take that soft brown in the palette and we're just going to pop it right in the crease really quickly, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and we're just going to blend. Okay, just want to make sure everything is blended, and I'm going to take it in the front of the brow as well, just to help that nose contour later. And this is a Careless Blend More brush. It doesn't have a number on it, but we're gonna just take this and just continue to just, like, you know, blend. I'm gonna get a little bit more color, and I'm just going to blend up in here really quickly, and then we're gonna transition into the next color. But I really like to take my time when it comes to shadow, because you don't want to start over. Okay, so I'm gonna take the same brush, because this is one of those tutorials where you don't need multiple brushes. We're using browns, so we're just going to, you know, hop into the next color. So I'm gonna take that dark brown from the palette. We're just going to really stamp out the outer V, and I'm just gonna keep this color literally just right here, because, you know, I love me some definition when it comes to my shadows. So we're just gonna keep it right up in there, and of course we're gonna sweep, and we're just gonna make sure it's blended. Don't worry about this little feathering right here. We're gonna put another shadow there, so it will definitely be covered, but we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, and we're just going to stamp that dark brown. I like to do colors that are similar to each other because they definitely do blend easily. So we're just going to get a little bit more, and I'm just going to pop it right here on the outer V. This one is more defined, and I love that one. So we're gonna go back with a little bit more on this side, and we're just going to really make sure that it's stamped in there. Okay, so I don't know if I showed you the palette, but this is what the palette looks like. To blend the two, I kind of want to do this color right here. Let's see. Yeah, that'll be pretty. So we're gonna take this color right here, and I'm going to blend the two. So I'm just gonna use this color as a bridge color between the outer V and the crease, just to make sure it's blended. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm just gonna wipe it off. We're gonna use the same brush, but I'm going back in with the light brown now, which was the crease color, and we're just going to blend that out. But we're gonna go back with the crease color first. So we're just gonna pop this dark brown right back, just like how we did the crease color. We're gonna go back with this color, which is the outer corner smoke, but we're not gonna go back and add any more peach. It was just there to help everything blend, and I didn't want any line of demarcation. So now that we have all of that blended in, I'm gonna take my base that I've already pre-mixed, which is P. Louise Zero and P. Louise Blank Canvas. I mixed the two. I just love the consistency of me mixing them. So I'm gonna take this Morphe brush. This is the M167, the same brush I use to clean up my brows. I'm going to use it to create a soft cut. It's not gonna be anything intricate. I just literally wanna stamp this, blend it out a bit, and pop on some color. This is going to be one of those simple, colorful looks where you just, you know, look like you did a whole bunch when you really didn't. 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. So I'm gonna take the brush, and I'm just going to pop this right here. I'm gonna let the brush do all the work. Don't stress yourself out when it comes to cutting the crease. Use a brush that is rounded, and just, you know, look in the mirror and tap it in. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I'm just gonna tap. This side is tricky, and of course I can't talk while I do this, so I'm gonna let you just watch. Okay, so this is what I have. So I'm gonna take a Morphe brush. This is the M173, and I'm just going to pat that base and just make sure that, you know, everything is even and there's no wet spots, because we're gonna go right in with the shadow. So this is the Plain and Makeup by Yolanda Glam Rock Extreme palette. I barely use this palette, and I just wanted to utilize it today. So we're gonna go in with this color right here, which is Margaret. And this takes me back. This is an obsessive compulsive cosmetics brush. Like, I remember when I first got into makeup, I wanted their whole brush set, and it was super expensive. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna try this one brush, and if it's worth it, I'll go back and get it. But I just never went back. But we're gonna use this brush right here to take the color and pat it onto the lid. But I've been talking to you guys, and I know that my lid is starting to crease because I can feel it. So I'm gonna pat it out again, and then we're gonna apply the shadow. So this is super cute. I wanted to go with a colorful, soft glam that didn't intimidate anybody. And I feel like this is the perfect color to do it with. It's a soft pastel turquoise, and with the browns and the crease, it's still doable, it's still wearable, and it does not intimidate in my opinion. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to go back with that dark brown, of course, that we used from the Juvia's Place palette, and I'm going to take it on this M535, and I'm just gonna make sure that we are stamping it because I actually do want this dark brown to be here. You know, we lost a little bit of it when we were blending on the base and cutting the crease and things like that. I'm torn between what color I should try. I was going towards a purple, but I'm not sure, like, will it overpower the look? I kind of feel like it will be pretty. I don't want to do a dark blue because I feel like dark blue and the turquoise is way too close, and everything else is just not gonna work. So I feel like I'm gonna go in with Tracy just to blend in the little bit of space that we do have. So I'm going to take Tracy on a small brush. This is a Sedona Lace. This is definitely taking me back to my beginner days. This is a Sedona Lace EB10. You guys probably wouldn't even know what Sedona Lace is. Well, half of you wouldn't, but Sedona Lace used to be that girl. She used to be that girl. So this is a two-lipped shape brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap into the purple and get some purple, and then I'm just going to tap it literally to fill up the space. This is actually pretty, and I feel like this is still soft. I want to get back into my color, and I don't want to feel like I just always have to do a neutral glam. Like, you can definitely wear color and it still will be cute and it still could be a soft glam, but I don't want to stifle myself with my creativity. I actually started my makeup journey doing color, and then I transitioned to soft glam. So I want to be able to show you guys soft glam, and I also want to show you colorful soft glams. So welcome. And the look is done. See, it's still soft, it's colorful, you know what I mean? I love this. I want you guys to get into some color. Color doesn't always have to be intimidating, loud, too bold. It can be soft as well. So now I'm gonna take my favorite liner. I'm obsessed, I'm happy I found her. This is the LA Girl Jet Setter Liquid Liner in black, of course, but I'm gonna do my wing and I'm gonna let you guys see exactly what I do. And of course, I can't talk through this either. Hard part is done. I'm gonna take some Tarte Shape Tape in Deep, and I'm just gonna clean up by my wing. So we are going to take the concealer, and I'm just going to pat it right up against the liner and pull it down, okay, and make sure that it is fully blended. And of course, we're gonna take our time doing this. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side and just make sure that it is cleaned up as well. So now it's time to do the face and get into some contouring and highlighting. So I made this palette from Black Opal. I just got a bunch of colors, and it's my highlight, my contour. So I'm gonna do the 3-in-1 method where I do my contour and my highlight and my foundation exactly where I need it. Instead of doing foundation all over, this is simple, easy, and if you're in a rush, this is the one for you. So I'm just gonna take my beautiful bronze on this brush, and I'm just going to pat my contour where I need it to be, and then we're going to blend it out. And I know the contour is dark, but this is the contour. So I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and I'm gonna blend it out. See, it's not as scary as it looked before. I know, it looks scary, sorry. I'm gonna apply my foundation where I need her. This is my Nutmeg, and I also put in a little bit of this NARS in Syracuse. This is the, I believe, Soft Matte. Yes, the Soft Matte, and I mixed it. So I'm just gonna apply my foundation where I need her, which is just right here. I'm gonna take my concealer from Too Faced in the color Sand, and I'm just going to use a little bit of her. I'm gonna take it on a brush, the M167, and we're just going to put the concealer where it needs to be. So I'm gonna put the concealer here as well. I'm gonna put the concealer here. And down the bridge of the nose. And we're gonna let the concealer just dry down and do its thing, and then we'll be back to blend everything out. So I'm going to take some Ebony Bronze Foundation from Black Opal on this Morphe M534 brush. And I'm just going to touch up my contour really quick. So now we're going to go into the foundation. So I'm going to take this brush. This is the Instapop Cheek brush from Real Techniques, which is the 405. I took some Fix Plus and I sprayed my brush. I'm just going to take it on my wrist and make sure that the Fix Plus is evenly distributed. This is going to help me blend out my foundation and overlap my contour just to make sure everything is blended. I don't want a harsh contour, so I'm just going to bring the contour and the foundation together a little bit and just make sure everything is blended out. And I'm going to do the concealer in a second. And as you can see, it's cute and we're starting to look good. So I'm going to take my beauty blender that I use to blend out my contour and I'm just going to blend under my eyes. See, and we have a seamless blend. I don't want my concealer to be too bright today. Since I'm doing color, I want everything to be nice and soft. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're just going to continue to blend it out. And of course, I'm going to add a little bit of brightening highlight, but not too much because I do want this look to still be soft. I'm going to go back with my contour brush first, just to make sure we're not losing anything. And then I'm going to go back with the foundation brush just to blend that in. This brush is way too big for me to do my nose, but okay. So we're just going to take it on the side and we're just going to blur that contour into the concealer that we have on the bridge of the nose. And you see, it just works. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. And then of course, we're going to go back with the foundation brush and we're going to blend that. So I'm going to take my brightening concealer a tad bit. This is an almond, so I'm going to take the same brush I just used, the Morphe 167, and we're just going to pop it right here, and we're going to pop it right there. As a matter of fact, we're going to dry it. And we're going to take the beauty blender. Remember, if you're a beginner, please look up into your mirror. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to check to see if it's blended, and it is. And I know I used to blend out my concealer with my puff, and I stopped doing this, but this is actually one of my favorite techniques. I do miss it. So yeah, it'll be back. You'll see a beauty blender here and there in the makeup tutorials. Rest in peace to my Laura Mercier powder. So she's empty, y'all. I took all the powder out, opened her up and everything. So I'm just going to look up and I'm going to set slightly. So we're gonna get our powder, and of course, remember we're gonna put it on the back of our hand and we're just going to lightly set. Go back, get the powder, lightly set again. Not look down because we have to do the other side. You got some powder. So we're gonna pack it, get the powder from the back of our hand, and we're just going to lightly set. And we are softly set, so we're gonna get some powder now. Knock it off on the back of our hand, and we're going to softly bake today. I'm not gonna go in just because I don't have any more powder left really. So I'm gonna try to do the rest of the face. And we're gonna set the chin, go back and get the rest of the powder, and now we're gonna bake. Yeah, I think I'll have enough. Knock off some. I'm gonna set here, I'm not gonna bake there. I'm just gonna set. Same thing on the other side. Knock off the powder and just push it in. And then we're gonna set here. Go back, get the powder. I'm gonna bake. Like, I have no powder, guys. Like, it's... So we're gonna do down the bridge of the nose. And I'm gonna have to set with another powder because she's done. So I'm gonna take this NARS Laguna, use it to set my cream foundation that I used to contour today. And then we're gonna go in with an actual bronzer. But I wanna use this because, you know, it's gonna set it and, you know, not add too much color to the contour. And this is a Morphe E4 brush. One of my favorites. So this is an E62. I'm gonna take the bronzer and I'm just gonna go down the bridge of the nose just to set that little bit of cream foundation that we put down here. So we're gonna definitely put it in the front of the brow just because I love to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna take this Fenty Beauty in Coco Naughty. I've been obsessed with this lately and she still has product in it. Come on, Riri. Okay, so we're just gonna take the E4 and we're gonna swirl it in here. Tap it off, and I'm just going to use the side of the brush just to apply the product on each side. Now we're going to take the actual bristles and we're going to blend that powder we just applied. Of course, we're gonna get some more and just pat it in. Super cute. Blend is blending. Okay, we're gonna use the same powder on the nose. We're gonna take the E62, right? And we're just going to take this down the bridge of the nose. Concentrating up in here. I'm gonna take my foundation brush and I'm gonna push in this bake. It just allows the powder just to blend in. We'll do the same thing on this side. I've been trying to fall in love with this Fenty Pro Filter powder. It just does not give me enough coverage. I'm gonna take my foundation brush. I'm just gonna get some product on here and I'm just gonna push it in. It doesn't give me MAC Studio Fix, but it's cute. It's fine. Wherever we use a concealer, we're gonna apply the Fenty Pro Filter powder. Okay, and I'm gonna do it down the bridge of the nose too because we have concealer there and we did bake there, so make sure it's there because we applied our face powder, so you don't want the bronzer to get lost. So I'm gonna take this Juvia's Place bronzer in tan, and I'm gonna take this color right here, not on this brush, the E4, and I'm just gonna use this as blush. Now, sometimes I don't want blush, you know what I mean? I just want to look super bronzy, so I'm just gonna take this and put this on the cheeks. And I'm gonna take this E48 and I'm gonna take my mineralized skin finish. So we're gonna start at the bottom of the face and just blend everything in. Okay, perfect. And then whatever is left, we'll sweep up under the eyes. So I'm just gonna take my, I believe this is the Ben Nye Final Seal. So I'm gonna do the final seal, but this baby is bulletproof. So we're going to just spray this in, and I'm gonna go in with my Milani Make It Last. And then I'm also gonna go on top with my Morphe. And then I'm going to go on top again with my Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark, just to make sure it's set. This has like a sticky residue to it. So that's why I'm going in with my other setting sprays after, because I don't want my face to be sticky. So now I'm gonna take my Make It Last. I'm gonna go in with MAC Mineralize in Dark, and I'm just gonna go over everything once again. So under the eyes, and it's gonna really take the shine down. I just don't like super dewy makeup. So I popped my lashes on off camera because they weren't cooperating. So I decided to smoke out the bottom with this palette from Juvia's Place. So I'm gonna take this color first, and we're going to apply it on the outer V first. We're gonna take this one right here, and then I'm just gonna take the brown and I'm just gonna smoke all over the lash line. So it has like the little burgundy on the outer V. I don't know, I feel like it's giving me something. I just like it, I think it's cute. Add a little razzle dazzle. And then this brush is a crown brush, and this is the C510. So we're gonna take the M535 and just blend it out. So now we're gonna get into some lips, okay? And then I'm gonna do the hair. So we're gonna do Date Night from Morphe. Lipstick, I'm gonna do Modesty from MAC. And then this is definitely discontinued, but this is Ample Pink from MAC as well. So that was too dark, so I took that off. So I think I'm gonna try the lipstick by itself first and see if I like it. I don't need a liner all the time, you know? Yeah, it's actually pretty. The liner's still on my lips, kind of, so it's giving me like a little wash or something. I'm gonna take some dark brown from NYX. I just think it's dark. I don't know what's going on. Okay, hopefully third time's a charm. We're gonna take Cork by itself. My poor lips have been through it. I don't want the lip to overpower the eyes. And then we're still going to take Modesty. Yeah, this is what I need. That other one, it was just too much. Just simple and soft, and that's it. And then we're gonna take some gloss, which is the Ample Pink again. That matches perfectly with the Modesty. And that's it. I'm gonna clean up around my mouth because it's looking real dark. Okay, so I just took the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in black, and I just added a little bit on the bottom, and I feel like that really pulled it and tied everything in. But I'm gonna come back after I do my hair and show you what the finished look is giving. And this is the finished look. I'm excited to get into some soft, colorful glams. I won't forget my neutral glams because I love those too, but color is where my heart is and where I began my makeup journey. So I'm going to be showing you guys a lot more soft, glam, colorful looks. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial.
You should just know that